Okay, welcome to our team call. I am going to share my screen right away and we will get down to biz. Yes, maybe. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about building your business on Instagram. And today, actually, I had a call with someone who helps me with Instagram and got some tips from Instagram experts and all of that stuff, and of course all the other trainings that are available to us as well. So I kind of crammed it all together, and this is just like a quick crash course, but also I'm sure you'll hear some stuff that maybe you haven't heard, or maybe some of you are just not doing yet. But first of all, let's do some recognition, and kicking that off, I just want to welcome, we have so far 3 new coaches on our team. So Jessica Dillman, Olivia Brumfield, and Whitney Harvey. Welcome to those new coaches. And then on the board, Kelsey Norwell's already up there at SE4. So congrats, Kels, on kicking off the month strong. Super awesome. Let's keep pushing in February for Team Club. Some quick announcements. Emerald in 24 hours. I changed the times a little bit. We've done it in the past about 7 p.m. We're going to try 4:30 p.m. And this one is going to be Monday, February 11th. So if you're a new coach or if you have new coaches, I'll post this in the team page as well. Make sure they get on there. It's so huge to hit Emerald ASAP, because the longer it takes you to hit Emerald, the harder you feel like you're kind of shoving through everything. So let's get our new coaches on there and get them started off to success. And again, Monday, February 11th at 4:30 p.m. NLC. So I'm going to NLC. I leave on Thursday. And for those of you that don't know, NLC stands for New Leader Conference. You have to be invited to the event, and it's like Beachbody's up-and-comers, up-and-coming leaders. And so next week's team call, we had talked about doing team power hours for, one call a month, and then team power hours the rest of them. But I'm going to take notes and then come at you with the stuff that I learned over at NLC. And so that'll kind of be our team call next week. Okay, so we're going to jump right into it. I don't think this will take a super long time, but please, if you have questions as I'm going through this, I really would appreciate it if you guys would ask if something's unclear or you're really confused. And I say that to heart because it took me so long to start working on Instagram because I didn't get it. And one of my success partners was having a lot of conversations, and I was just so overwhelmed. And so I wasn't willing to dive into it. And then once I finally started, I got upset because I was like, I'm not seeing any success here. I'm just going to keep going on Facebook. So I was a little inconsistent. But then as I started to be consistent, I have my following starting to grow. I'm getting more people watching my stories, and 90% of my business is coming from Instagram stories. So please, if you haven't yet, start an Instagram and start taking these trainings seriously and implementing what you're learning, whether you've watched a different training on YouTube or something you hear tonight or whatever it is. I think it's so important to be on Instagram. So things that you can do right now. If you haven't already, if your profile is set to private, go and set it to public. What I like to think of this as is, for me personally, I would not go into a store, I would not buy a magazine if I could not have a peek inside and see what else is in there. So your Instagram is like your magazine. Let people have a peek of what you have to offer them. So set your profile to private, or to public, excuse me. And then also, this allows you to use hashtags properly so that people can find you. If your profile is set to private and you're using hashtags, the only people that can find you through those hashtags are the people who are already following you. No new people can find you through hashtags if your profile is set to private. And if you're worried about it, there's this really awesome thing called block. You can block people all you want if you have people that you don't want to see your stuff or whatever the case may be, that's fine. But in terms of business, it needs to be set to public. Okay, who are you? When you go to someone's page, you typically can see their name. If it's an account person that you like to follow, they have their name up there. So make sure you have your name at the top somewhere. Edit your bio with a I help statement. What is it that you do? And I don't want it to be I help sign people up with Beachbody workout programs. No, like niche it down a little bit. These are pretty broad. Do you help college students get an easy workout in from their dorm room or from their apartment? I help young women start a side hustle through health and fitness, or, you know, something. It doesn't have to say health and fitness actually, but an I help statement of like what you help people to do. So when they comment, if they read it, they can see what it is that you have to offer. Do not have anything in your bio that says I'm a Beachbody coach or Team Beachbody or whatever. I've talked so much about this of not using that kind of stuff. In a nutshell, you are not Beachbody. You are not a Beachbody advertisement. You should be promoting yourself and want people to relate and connect with you and want to join you. And then Beachbody is just a part of that. So those are some things that you can kind of set up right away, is setting your account to public, editing your bio to make it, you know, kind of look nice. It's important not to go to someone else's and just copy every single thing that's there, because that's unique to them. It needs to be unique to you. Edit your photos. This one is so huge, and mine isn't a great example right now because I just switched my filter, and so I'm in the process of trying to make my feed pretty again by using a different filter. But use the same filter on every photo. It should look like a nice, pretty, organized magazine. Natural lighting is the best when you're taking photos. So if you go by window or taking photos outside, I would recommend investing in a ring light. I have a big one that I got for like $100 on Amazon. I also have a smaller one that just clips on my phone that I don't have it right now to show you. But invest in a ring light so that you get that nice, white, bright light and you can actually see the photo and it turns out well. Use apps to brighten your photos. So if there's an app called Visco, VSCO, I use that one. If my photo seems a little dark, I'll go in there and I'll lighten it up. There's Snapseed, Pick, Tap, Go. There's a few of them. And you can learn how to use them. Maybe we can do a different training on this. But you can learn how to use them on YouTube. You can just YouTube, how do you use Visco to brighten photos, or how to brighten photos with an app or something like that. You can YouTube anything. But it's really important to make your photos all with the same filter and for your nice, pretty magazine to look somewhat uniform. Invest in a preset. This is another thing. This is something that I just did. And when I first heard this, I was like, what the F is a preset? I had no idea. So I literally Googled what is a preset for Instagram, and a bunch of things popped up and I just clicked on one. And a preset is like a preset filter that you can use. And I bought it through Etsy. It was only $6. And it sent me like 3 different filters. And then I had to download this app called Lightroom. And when I got my filters in my email, there's also a video attached that taught me how to use them. So I had to learn, but now it's super quick and easy. If I need to lighten my photo, I lighten it quick. And then I add the photo into the Lightroom app. I copy and paste the preset settings into my new photo. And then all of my photos, hopefully, as you know, I continue to get more, will be the same filter. I'm just gonna open the chat real quick, if it's going to let me. That is not the chat. Okay, I'll come back to chat. Sorry. Your feed should look pretty. The mess can go in your stories. I know on Facebook, it's okay to have messy photos, and actually messy photos go over really well on Facebook. And on Instagram, it really does help build your following and your post likes, and why can't I think of this word? people commenting and stuff, interaction, if your feed looks good. And when people come to your feed and they see that it looks good, people are more likely willing to stay and wanting to continue following you if your feed looks good. And it's okay, you know, not to have perfect. It's okay to get vulnerable in your posts and everything, but the photo should look good and planned out. Post one time a day with intention. And by that, I mean, how will this specific photo that you're about to upload look next to the last one that you uploaded it? For example, on mine, there was one day where I had an up-close sweaty selfie. I was talking about my workout for the day. And then the next day, I posted another up-close selfie, but it was more business type post. But I didn't previously think about how they were going to look next to each other, and that didn't look good. So think about what your posts look like if you want to have a set schedule. So I know some people who every third photo is like a quote. For me, every third photo is a fitness type post, and so I have a schedule that I kind of follow so that I know, okay, today I'm posting something fitness related. Today I'm posting something business related. Today I'm posting something about my family. So things that relate to you. It doesn't have to be that way. Some people just do it at random, but they make sure that their photo looks good with where they're going to post it, if that makes sense. So be intentional when you're posting on Instagram and make it look good. Use hashtags. You can use up to 30 hashtags in your posts. Hashtags should be more than just things like fit mom life, healthy lifestyle, clean eating, boss babe, you know, things like that. They should relate to you, who you are. And it's okay to have a couple like fitness type ones in there. But chances are, you know, look at how many uses it's getting. If there's like 1 million uses, your post is never going to be found, within that mix. So use some that relate to you. You can go to displaypurposes.com and find different hashtags. So maybe you type in mom life and it'll populate a list of mom life related hashtags. And this is a process. It takes me about an hour every time I update my hashtag list. Sorry, I'm turning this off. But it's so, so important to have a couple different hashtag lists. And I recommend doing this every like 3 months or something, putting a new hashtag list together to kind of change things up. But so what you should do is, you know, go to displaypurposes.com, or you don't have to do that. You can do it, you know, through the app, and just search for hashtags on there. But if you type in like mom life, and a list of hashtags will populate, and then you can go and type that hashtag in on Instagram and see how many uses it has and what kind of people are using it. If you see a ton of different Beachbody coaches, you don't want to use that because it's going to be hard to stand out. And so try to find one that has like less than 50,000 uses. I would say even less than 25,000, but at least less than 50,000 uses. I have a couple that have like 100,000, but only like 1 or 2. But the rest of my hashtags are ones that are less than 50,000 uses. So hopefully it's easier for people, for my post to be seen using those hashtags. You can put about, what I would recommend is like a list of 25 hashtags, and then leaving room for when you're typing your post to use a couple hashtags that relate specifically to that post, and then put the rest in the first comments. What I do is I have my hashtag list in the Notes app of my phone. So I just open the Notes app up. I don't know if you can see that or not because I can't see me at all. Copy and paste it, and then I have like the 5 dots at the top so that it kind of goes down and shrinks or whatever. And then it looks neat and nice and not all messy and all of that. Okay, what to post. So on this call today, we were talking about how I can like better my feed and my content and my stories and all of this stuff. And the guy said, you want to post something that's engaging, educational, or promoting. Try to keep within those 3 things, and to make it easier on yourself. Engaging, ask people to comment. Hey, drop an emoji if I don't know, something, you know, drop an emoji. If you're tired on this Monday, ask people to vote. Which outfit do you like better, A or B? People love to give their opinions. And this is true to Facebook too, if you're still, you know, posting in Facebook and stuff. And then educate them on you. It's easier to build a following. This was their words, not mine. If you can create an emotional connection with your audience, people are more likely to follow you quicker and wanting to stay longer because they have that deeper connection with you. So educate them on you, struggles that you're having, wins that you're having, things that you like, favorite household items, favorite hobbies that you like to do. If you like to DIY, that is such a huge market. I don't DIY, so that doesn't pertain to me. But if you like to meal prep and are good at that stuff, share those things. You'll probably connect with other people who like to do that too. Again, not my jam, but some of you are really awesome at putting meals together and meal prepping, and that probably is your jam. What are your favorite things? What makes you you? Educate people on you. This is the school of you. And then the third thing is promote, where you're inviting people to your challenge groups or to join you in this coaching opportunity, or if you have a free group going. And so if you can keep it within those three things, or ask yourself every time you post, is this engaging? Is this educational? Or am I promoting something? And it's also good, you know, to put some comedy in there sometimes. That's okay. So if it's not always 100% of the time, I don't want you to think you can never post anything that's not one of these, but try to mostly post these types of things to build your following. Stories. Okay, so your Instagram feed should be nice and pretty and organized, and you have the same filter, and it looks pretty. People want to buy your magazine. They want to stick around and flip through your magazine. So in your stories, this is your reality TV show. This is where you show the mess. This is where you be you, not a Beachbody advertisement. So share your workout clips to showcase that how you intertwine your workouts and Beachbody into your life, but give people a reason to check into your stories and see what you are up to. You want to make people want to come and watch your story and see what you're up to and hear what you have to say, and be hanging out with you. That's the best way that I like to describe it, is let people feel like they're hanging out with you. Show humor, tell stories, share the mom life chaos, use polls to invite people. This is a really awesome one. Janelle Summers said once to invite to coaching every other day, and not in a way that's like, do you think you would want more info on coaching? Yes, or would love more info. I don't mean like directly like that. Every once in a while, be direct with it. But an example that she did is she took a short video in her Instagram stories of a national wake-up call of a mom who was, you know, sharing her Beachbody journey and how this is what she does full time that allows her to be home with her kid. And in her poll, she said, could you imagine your life like this, or something like that? And her options were, I wish, or sounds too good to be true. And so it never gives people the opportunity to tell you no when you're using polls. Have two yes options or two curious type options, or, you know, whatever. But invite using polls. For mine this morning, I did my sweaty selfie like I do after I share my little workout clips. And then I said, I saved that into my camera roll, and then I pulled it up again and I added another little typo thing into it saying it's only 20 minutes a day. And then I saved that, added it to my story, and then pulled that saved photo in. And then I created the poll of, would you want to join me? I have 7 spots left in my next boot camp. And then one was like, more info, please. And then the other one was like, yes, or something like that. So invite people in your stories, but not like every single day that's super direct of like, join me, join me, join me. Don't only do stand still, meaning like your selfie or a picture of your dog or a boomerang. You know, do those, but also be on there talking every now and again to make people feel like, again, like they're hanging out with you. Tell a story, and don't don't do everything like scripted. It doesn't have to be planned out. If you're doing something, just quick hop on. If you're running into Target, or if you're taking your dog for a walk, or last week or something like that, my neighbor's garbage can was completely overflowing. So I went outside or opened the front door and I zoomed in on their garbage can and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys. Like I was just taking them along my day with me, nothing planned out at all. There's nothing that's more boring than watching a story that's like, it looks like they're reading off of a script. So just talk to people as if they're your bestie hanging out with them. Hang out with your Instagram story followers, but be on there. And then also one thing I didn't add on here is post, spaced out throughout the day, because then every time you do a new story, your story pops up to the front. So if you do it spaced out and not just only in the morning and then you're done for the day, then your story is all the way at the end of it. So do it, throughout the day. Grow your following. Okay, this is huge. This takes, the longest, probably the most hard work. But one way you can do this is by using hashtags, creating your hashtag list for a way for people to find you. Instagram is known for hashtags. People are using them. They are searching them. Use them. Follow new people. Shannon posted a really great training with Ashley Feldison and Kate Morgan, teaching how to kind of grow your following on Instagram. And she uses Captivate and Cleaner. And so she kind of talks you through how to use it. There's also more trainings on YouTube for that as well. But Captivate is one app and Cleaner is another app. And I think you have to have an iPhone to use it. But with Captivate, it's free, but then if you upgrade, it's only like $5 or $10. Then you can select like 1,000 people, and you can set it on queue so that every 60 seconds it follows one of those people that you selected, so that you're not like mass following and getting blocked from Instagram. So it's a really awesome way that it literally follows people while you're sleeping. You just have to go in quick and select all the people. So it's nothing that takes a super lot of time. It's worth learning how to use so that you can grow your following. And then Cleaner is how you can go in there and then you can see people that you're following that are not following you back. And you can use Cleaner to unfollow people. So what she recommended was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, follow a ton of people using Captivate. Don't do anything Thursday, Friday, Saturday to give people the opportunity to follow you back. And then on Sunday, you're only unfollowing. So it's not like you're going crazy every single day. It's kind of broken up. Or you can go in and you can manually follow people. Go to a page that you like that has a big following. Go to either their followers or a photo that you like, that you relate with, and then click on the likes, all the people who liked it, and go through that list to follow people. And then have some app, there's a few apps out there where you can see people who you're following that are not following you back so that you can unfollow them. Because it's super important when growing your Instagram for business that you are not following more people than the number of people that are following you. That's what you want it to be. You want the people following you, that number, to be bigger than how many people you are following. So you have to unfollow people that are not following you. I invested in Jumper Media. I know a couple other people did too. It's a company that grows my Instagram for me. We have meetings every couple of months. It is expensive, so look into it. But it's an investment and a tax write-off. And it helps so much to bring people to my page. And if I feel like the people that are coming are not like my jam, my people that I want to hang out with, then I'll set up a call with them and we'll retarget my audience of who, they're following for me and who they're bringing into my page and everything. So it's super convenient. It's been so helpful. They've given me tips on like posting ideas and all that stuff too, and more so than just following people. So they've been really awesome. Again, find pages that you like and love to follow and go through their followers to grow your Instagram. And it's really important that if you follow people that you know, or just, it's important to unfollow people. If it means nothing to you, if you're not friends, especially if you like, I don't talk to this person, I know of them, but I don't care to see their stuff. Definitely unfollow people. Invite. Okay, so this is all that other stuff has to do with bringing people, keeping people, growing your Instagram. And this is the income producing part of it, on top of, where you're inviting in stories and all of that stuff. You're connecting through your posts, you're connecting even more in your stories. Inviting, sending messages is the number one income producing activity. And again, you can do this through your stories using polls. And of course, always give 2 yes options. Never give somebody the opportunity to tell you, no, I'm not interested. That's just rude. Why do that to yourself? Going off of that, just to give you some ideas, there's a couple different ways that you can invite people to join you. So I've seen people, they'll plan out a different set of like before and after photos, or they'll like type something out in their Instagram stories of like, I can't believe I've been using these workouts for X number of years. I went from this, show your before photo, to this after my first program, and I'm still sticking with it. And then show a series of other before and after photos, and then like tell a story with photos, and then at the end, give that call to action of like a poll, or Caitlin, I saw in her stories that she is like writing people's names down of like 7 spots left, 6 spots left, and she's just putting people's names down to create that FOMO of like, my spots are filling up. So inviting using Instagram stories and polls. It's okay to also talk and tell a story of like, when you're going to be inviting people to your next challenge group to do these workouts with you or whatever. It's okay to talk through a story. Just set it on self-timer or hands-free or whatever, and just kind of talk through it, have it kind of planned out, but still just be talking to people. Don't like have it scripted kind of thing where it sounds like you're a robot. And then say at the end, like, if you'd want more info about how I've gotten these results from my living room, send me a DM and just say more info, please. You have to give people specific things. Like if you want them to swipe up and send you a DM, tell them what to say. I've learned that I have significantly more people message me when I say, just say interested, and then I get like 10 messages. That's just all it says is interested, because I told them what to say. Your followers list. Go to your profile, click on your followers, and type in the letter A, and then send an invite to go through them and check and see if they're a Beachbody coach or whatever. Obviously don't send those people invites, or if it's a bot or whatever, but go through your followers list and send them emails. And then if you go to the Beachbody Champions page, Ashley Feldyson's notebook method, where every single, I don't know if you can see this because I can't see myself, but every single person you send an invite to, you write their handle down, and then if they respond, you circle them, or you do something to keep track of who is responding so that you can keep track of your conversations. People who watch your stories, click on the people and thank them for watching your stories. And maybe they watched a workout clip and you say, hey girl, I noticed you've been watching my stories. Just wanted to say thanks so much for the love and support. Not sure if you're interested, but I'm getting ready to put my next boot camp together and wanted to see if you'd want more info. And you can copy and paste that to a bunch of people who are watching your stories. I go through my story watchers every 2 weeks. I don't do it every day because it takes a little bit for more people to come in. So every couple of weeks, I'll go through my story watchers. People who like your posts. Anytime I do a fitness type post, I go through the people who like it, and usually it's people who have already messaged, so I'll follow up with them, or I'll just thank them again for continuing to follow my journey. Or if it's a new person, I'll say something like, hey girl, thanks so much for the love of my post. Not sure if you wanted more info or if you were just showing support but didn't want to miss you in case you were. Would you be interested in more info about this workout program? Or something along those lines, inviting people that way. Video message people. I cannot tell you, I just started doing this. I can't even. I hate that phrase, but I can't even. The number of responses I've gotten, and I was like, my heart was beating so fast and I sweat when I'm about to send one, but the number of responses I've gotten from sending people video messages has went from here to freaking here, and it's blowing my freaking mind. Get out of your comfort zone. I highly recommend trying it out. And then again, go to the Beachbody Champions page, and if you look for, you know, keep scrolling to see Ashley Feldison's video, and she talks about the notebook method that she uses to invite people through Instagram. And I know that video is like booming. It's amazing. And whoop, nope, shoot, nope. Okay. And that's what I got. Okay, so Jordan just purchased a preset that comes with 7 different ones. She got it for $29. Yeah, it really does help brighten the pictures for me anyways, because I'm not really good at apps. I try to learn them, but buying a preset really helps to brighten it and make them all look uniform. I was watching a training video and I saw one person just said that they bought like 3 or 4 different sets, because the one that I got 3 different filters that came with it. And so she said that she bought like 3 or 4 different presets, and so she had like 12 filters to just try on her photos and see if she liked it. So when you like Google it or go on Etsy or whatever and type in presets, it shows you like a collage of photo with those presets. So just kind of see which one attracts you and what you like. Yeah, again, mine, I just bought the one. I might go look into other ones, but the one that I got was only like $6. Yeah, and I know if you guys, every once in a while, I watch Ashley Molstad's Instagram stories. She just pumps me up because she just doesn't give a crap about anything and says whatever's on her mind. And I know right now, actually, I think through tonight, she has her own preset that she uses that's like 50% off. I don't know how much it is originally, but you could go check out her story and see what she has to offer on it too. But yeah, like I said, I literally just Googled presets and mine was from Etsy. Does anyone have questions about working your business on Instagram? Showing up in your stories, anything. Bless you, Kelsey. Awesome. Well, I did record this, so if you guys missed anything, if you want to go back through it, go ahead. I know there are a few people on here who really work their business on Instagram religiously, so don't be afraid to ask questions in the team page, and I'm sure a lot of people will be willing to help out and answer and help you kind of move forward, or at least direct you to a training or whatever. Again, Shannon shared that one with Kate Morgan and Ashley Feldison in our team page. So that's a good one to check out about growing your Instagram as well. So that is all I have. Thank you guys for hopping on. I'm gonna take a quick pick. Virtual girl gang. Okay, no. Say cheese. Alrighty, you guys. Well, thank you so much. Kelsey's taking one. All right, have a good night, you guys. We'll see you later.